You came here for one thing, and that's because you're looking for a new TV that's 50 inches but costs under $200. Well, good for you, because you're in the right place. That's exactly what this video is all about. Let's dive right into it. We've been looking at a lot of TVs, and the one that impressed us the most is the Insignia with the model number NS-50 F301 NA24. Let's start with the price. It currently costs $189.99, so that fits right into your budget. But there's also a note saying it's a limited time deal. Now, let's see if it's actually true. To do that, let's take a look at the price history together. And we can clearly see it here. In the last 3 months, this TV has been priced under $190 about 3 times. So if it goes over $200 at some point, we just need to be a bit more patient. Alright, so how does the rest of the TV stack up? I mean, let's be honest, $190 is a really low price for a 50-inch TV. Let's start with the picture quality. This is a 4K Ultra HD TV, which means you're looking at a resolution of 3840 by 2160p. Why do I mention this so explicitly? Well, because it seems like even in 2024, 4K isn't standard for every TV. Take a look at this. This Vizio 40-inch TV has a full HD resolution, meaning 1080p. Now here's where you can really see the difference. Red represents 4K UHD and blue represents 1080p. So 4K has 4 times as many pixels and the picture is noticeably sharper. And I can already hear someone typing saying no one buys 1080p TVs anymore. Well, take a closer look. Over 10,000 people bought this TV just in the past month. Well, I'm sorry I got carried away, but I really need to say that. Now back to the Insignia. So, we've learned that compared to certain other TVs, it has a sharper picture simply because of its resolution. It also comes with a 4K upscaler. So if you don't have any 4K Blu-rays, don't worry. You can upscale non-4K content to get a sharper image. This works well if you're passively watching a movie or series, but when it comes to video games, the upscaling artifacts might bother you. At least, they bother me. But that's true for other 4K upscalers as well. So for movies and series, it's great. For games, not so much. In general, if you're watching regular TV, Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, and so on, the picture quality is surprisingly good. However, it lacks features like local dimming and HDR, so don't expect too much in terms of contrast. But for the price, it's very satisfying. Now let's talk about sound quality. I can keep this one short. The sound is okay. The TV gets loud enough without sounding tinny, which I can't say for all the other budget TVs, but the sound isn't good enough for me to listen to music on. For regular TV watching, it's perfectly fine, and you won't need a soundbar either. However, if sound quality is especially important for you, I'd recommend getting a separate soundbar. I personally suggest this one from Amazon, but of course it's completely optional. Next is gaming capabilities. This can also be summed up very quickly. This TV isn't specifically designed for gaming, but that doesn't mean you can't play video games on it. In fact, you can easily play all Nintendo Switch games, as the Switch typically runs at around 25 FPS anyway. You can also enjoy single-player story-driven games on your Xbox or PlayStation 5 without any issues. However, I have to point out that if you're someone who wants to play Call of Duty in 4K at 120Hz, you're gonna be disappointed. This TV is limited to 60 frames per second. But let's be fair here. A TV that can handle 4K at 120Hz costs a little bit more, like the LG C4 for example. Let's move on to the smart TV features. Again, to keep it brief, you can, of course, connect this TV to the internet via Wi-Fi. It basically has a built-in Amazon Fire TV stick, which means all the usual apps like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus are available. And the system works perfectly well. However, in my experience, after 3 to 5 years, the system might start to lag. Here's my recommendation for when the day comes: get yourself a new Amazon Fire TV stick when it's on sale. As you can see, they can go for as low as $25. Just make sure to grab the 4K version. And now for the design and build quality. It's built as you would expect for a TV priced at $190. It doesn't feel premium, but the frame is relatively slim. Here's a tip. Get yourself a wall mount and hang your TV on the wall. It looks so much better, and for your guests, it'll look more impressive than having a stand on its plastic feet. But please, don't get a cheap wall mount. Get something solid just like this one. I know it costs a bit more, but it's all worth it. Plus, if you decide to upgrade to a bigger TV in the future, you can keep the same wall mount and won't have to drill new holes on the wall. Trust me, this will save you a lot of headaches. So, are you convinced? If yes, then go ahead and scan this QR code and you'll be directed to the purchase page of the TV. Check the price, and if it's under $200, don't hesitate, go for it. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video.